The government made a big financial pledge yesterday for lots of sports, but rugby union got over £100 million. Fans want to know, what's that going to mean, not just for Harlequins, but for the wider game as well?
Yeah, and it's a good question. I guess the genuine answer at the minute is we don't know fully, but we have, we spent weeks submitting information through Premiership Rugby into DCMS, and it's gone up to the Treasury, and the news that we got yesterday is very positive, but the devil's in the detail. We'll work through that now. We'll make an additional submission into Sport England, and that financial support that we hope will come through could end up being a vital lifeline for us. As we've previously stated, elite sports clubs carry huge heavy costs in terms of their operating costs. We've got to run a professional sports team, we've got to run this stadium, we've got to run our training facility, and those things don't come for cheap. And we've got minimum standards to meet as well, which are governed by the main authorities within this sport. So we've got so much little wriggle room in terms of our cost. And as we've discussed on many occasions, when the revenue model is so restricted, any support we can have is going to be gratefully received. And look, fair play to the government for coming through at the moment with what looks to be a really strong support package for our sport, because we're going to need it. Yeah, we were hugely proud. You're exactly right. We love, I personally have been coming to this ground for many years. I love the night games. You look at some of the most momentous sort of results we've had under the light. So it's another game where we've not got the supporters in. We understand why. We'll continue to be patient, but equally we'll continue to lobby. And as you rightly say, we delivered the event that seems ages ago now, back in September. Things have changed again significantly, but what we did and what we produced and delivered on that day, from a operational perspective, was remarkable, and we've had ringing endorsements from Public Health England, from the local authorities here, that sort of qualified that the event was a success. There was absolutely no increase in COVID contractions as a result of that at the time, and I appreciate we're in a slightly different landscape now. But we've proven that we can do it safely and securely, and we've proven that there is a real interest from the fans, that they want to come back here. And we're desperate to connect with our fan base, again, not just through digital and social channels, but through live delivery of sport.
So much going on, but I saw you tweeted about the new third kit yesterday and that you love everything about it. Talk to us about that, because it looks exciting.
It's fantastic, isn't it? And I guess these are one of the reasons why you partner with big global brands like Adidas, because you want to have a point of difference. And I've personally worked with Adidas for, pre-Harlequins and before, and then obviously here. So some of the initiatives that they do are fantastic. This is one of them. It's about sustainability. It's about addressing a major global problem around sustainability, and so we were only too happy to be a beneficiary of that and to try and shine a focus on that. The kit itself, I think, is fantastic, and that's my opinion, and I know these things can be really subjective. It's not the quarters, and we'll be in the quarters plenty through the season, but it's, as I say, it's an opportunity for us to shine a bit of a positive light on something that needs to be in our focus, and the content that was created in partnership with Lovell and the guys here, to shoot it at a time when we're so restricted in what we can do, I thought was fantastic, and the feedback's been brilliant.
I think it's important to highlight the firsts as well. So the first club to have that sustainable jersey, the first club to have that partnership with a charity like Movember, the first club to have fans in, the first club who are back out in front of the cameras. When we welcome the supporters back, I think it's important that everybody realises that as a club, Harlequins are always trying to do the next great thing for the players, for the fans, for the club.
100%, and even in these difficult times, we're still challenging the team to provide the best content that we can, to find the best level of engagement, to keep our fans connected and supported with us. So it's incredibly difficult, and we've got so many fans that have continued to commit their memberships for next year in times of uncertainty. And as I say, we hope that we will get the fans back in the stadium at some point through this season. But the fact that they've committed that to us, we've communicated how we can support that sort of process for them if they can't come to, or we don't end up fulfilling their sort of their membership obligations. But at the moment, everyone's staying absolutely 100% squarely behind us, and that's absolutely brilliant, and it's a huge support for us. We're hugely appreciative of it, and that transmits itself as well, hopefully positively, into the team.